So I fly long haul a lot. And that's mostly because my girlfriend lives in Texas. And I kid you not, every single time I go there, she does not let me go into the house unless I bring with me a bunch of European goodies, mostly wine, cheese, and the like. And every time I dread something, because I have to carry these two big bulky bags. There's this one moment where I'm that guy who has two big bulky bags trying to get into the train at rush hour. At best, it's stressful. At worst, I leave in full knowledge that every single person on that carriage actually hates me. And I know this is not just me, it's a London thing. Last year alone, 73 million passengers prefer to take a car or taxi to the airport instead of public transport. That's the vast majority of passengers departing London. It is bad for everybody. It's costly for us as passengers, bad for the environment, and causes congestion. So take a second to imagine, what if we could take just 5% of these 73 million and convert them into, say, train? Well, we ran the math for you. That's 5,000 cars off the road every day, 20 tons of CO2 saved by the end of the first year, and up to 3.6 million additional train tickets sold. So this is probably a good time to introduce what AirPortr actually does. You see, what we stumbled upon is that people who use our service, home bag check-in, actually get into trains. Let me take a second to explain. We developed the service back in 2016 in collaboration with British Airways, now live also with Finnair, EasyJet, and American Airlines, where we bring the airport to your home. That means we're going to scan your boarding pass, scan your passport, we're going to seal your checked bags, put them straight into your aircraft, so you only see it again when you land at your final destination airport. That means your journey to the airport is completely stress-free. You don't drag your bags around, there's no screaming kids for you, and you skip all of the queues, and it's an amazing feeling. But the thing we did not expect is that 1 out of every 2 passengers using AirPortr since we launched actually genuinely switched, this is not a lie, this is true, actually switched from taking a car to the airport into public transport, and most of them trains. So this is the big opportunity. Now, from our surveys, we also found out that bags are not the only reason people are avoiding public transport. People can find it cumbersome to book, confusing to understand, and many times just costly. And that's what we focused on trying to solve in partnership with Go Ahead. For that, we are proposing and introducing Waitlist. Waitlist is an app designed to take away all of the pain from using public transport to get you to your flight on time. That's journey planning, mobile train ticketing, and wayfinding all in one place at the very best price, which we can get by taking account of volume discounts and by not charging commission. And of course, is coupled with home bag check-in. Now, I could and would love to talk about Waitlist all day long, but I can simply show you. It starts in a really simple way. Just forward us your email confirmation from your flight, and we're going to take care of everything behind the scenes. What time does your flight depart? What date? What terminal? How busy that terminal is going to be. So from that, once you open the app, we also get your location, and we're going to work out the best routes to take you to your flight on time, normally trying to combine train or bus and home bag check-in. And we're going to also tell you how much you're going to save, how much you're going to save in terms of time, in terms of money, in terms of CO2. And we've gotten to this without really entering anything. We've worked it all out for you. And when you're ready to book, you can do so in a single tap. Tap. There you go. And our work really only just got started because we're going to remind you when your flight check-in opens so you can get your best seat. We're going to come to your house at the time you requested and bring AirPortr service. That's the airport coming to your door again. We're going to scan your boarding pass, passport. You're going to answer your security questions. We're going to take your bags, and we're going to drive them straight to the airport where we're going to check them into your flight for you so you don't have to stress about your bags anymore. But you're not at your gate yet, so we're not done. We're going to remind you when is the time to leave your house, what's the closest way to get to your train station, give you your mobile train tickets, and finally, when you do get to the airport, what's your flight status and which gate you should be heading to. The only thing we really request is for you to try and not laugh at all the people at the airport still queuing for check-in. We really believe that this is great for everybody. Passengers gain by saving time, and that's all of us, of course, saving time, money, and stress. Go Ahead can sell more tickets, improve NRPS scores, and take bags away from train stations and carriages. This, of course, is great for security, which is great for DFT and regulators, who can also benefit from less congestion in stations and also less emissions. We really believe that AirPortr's experience in air travel, coupled with Go-Ahead's network and distribution power, mean that these 5% of the 73 million are just the beginning. This is Waitlist by AirPortr, front door to plane door, made simple. Come and meet us at the back to join our beta program. Thanks so much.
So, JD, I mean, I love this idea. You're currently in London. What's your plans to expand?
So we're expanding in 3 different ways. Number 1 is by adding more airlines. We should have some cool announcements coming up even before the end of the year. Number 2 is going to new cities, both inside of UK and outside. And number 3 is actually really exciting. Can't talk too much about it, but it's actually about being able to do the journey end to end into a completely different country.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you, JD.
Thank you.